Hi, for this blanket I used Premier Puzzle yarn in the color Cat's Cradle. It's a bulky 5-weight yarn, and I found that an 8mm crochet hook worked very well for this particular pattern. I used a 6.5mm hook for the border. This took 5 skeins, and the blanket I made, it's a multiple of 12 plus 2 more chains at the end. I chained 122 and ended up with a 36-inch by 44-inch blanket. You can make it as long as you like. I had a little bit of yarn left over. I would suggest if you use another yarn, you can use any yarn you like, that when you're making your initial chain, make it at least 6 to 10 inches longer than you want your blanket to be, because as you can see, there are some ridges in it and it pulls the pattern in. Hope you enjoy it. Hi, I'm Debbie from I-crochet, and today I'm going to show you this very easy chevron or zigzag pattern. It's all single crochet, and it's a one-row repeat. It's just as easy as it gets. Come into the second chain from the hook. I like to turn it over and go in the back bump. I think it gives you just a nicer edge. I am going to make a border top and bottom, so that helps me. But even if you don't make a border, it ends up giving you a nicer edge. You're going to put 2 single crochet in that very first stitch. Every row will start with 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and every row will end with 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can make this in any weight of yarn that you want. Obviously, you would change the size of your hook. I'm using an 8mm. You'll want to make it a good 6 to 10 inches, your first chain, wider than you want your blanket, because this pattern is going to pull it in. All right, I made my first 4 single crochet. Now I need to make my first decrease. This is where it's going to dip down like the valley of a mountain. So we're going to actually lose a stitch. Now when you want to do that, go into that chain, skip the next chain. If you lose where you are, come back and find your chain in the front, and then find your back bump if you're going into the back bump. I should have put the yarn over the hook again before pulling through all 3. And that was our decrease, and that's going to be the valley. Okay, 4 more single crochet. They're all single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we need to do an increase. That would be what you would consider the peak of the mountain. So an increase means you need extra stitches. So we're going to put 3 single crochet in the same chain. Okay, and now we need another 4 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you get lost, go back and look. There was my initial decrease. There's my increase. Now I need to do a decrease. And that is simply by skipping a stitch. 1, skip that one, go into this one, pull through. Try not to let this loop get very loose, because it will show up as a little bit of a hole on the other side, and you can kind of tighten that up. And another 4. This initial chain row is the most difficult row. It's not difficult at all, but the other rows get much easier because you can clearly see where your increases and decreases are. And they'll become more prominent as you go as well. Now there was my ending. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember I said every row begins and ends with 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and the same chain for your initial chain row. I'm going to keep my chain out because I'm going to need to know which side I'm working on for the border later. Chain 1, turn. Every row is going to be a repeat, but I'll take you through it. Decrease, increase, decrease. 4 single crochet in between, 2 single at the beginning, 2 single at the end. All right, let's do another row. Same thing. It's easier now also because you're going into the full stitch instead of the chain. So 2 together. It's going to curl up on you a bit. Don't worry about it. It's going to straighten itself out later. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now that should pull you up. You should see. This is the one we're going to skip. It should become very clear to you. 1, 2, which is handy in case you think you might have miscounted. All right, another 4. And then and then we'll do an increase. I'm trying to do this by simply looking at my screen, and I have a little trouble with that. Okay, here's the top. It's the middle of the 3 single crochets that you did your increase, so it's always going to be the middle one in case you get a little lost. And you need another 3. 1, 2, 3. The increase is always going to get another increase. The decrease is always going to get another decrease. Peaks and valleys. All right, and another 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that should bring us to a decrease, and it does. And again, it gets clearer and clearer as you go. But that's the one you're going to skip. So go into that one, skip that one, go into that one. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through. You should have, at the end, you should have 5 stitches left because you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an extra stitch to put your 2 single crochet together. Okay, 1, 2. This yarn actually does not tangle easily. I just have a bunch of it piled up. 3 and 4. And the free written pattern with no ads will be up on my very basic website shortly. You see how it's becoming clearer and clearer. Your sides will start evening up, and it will start straightening out. As you make this, you are going to have some ridges form, and that is part of the pattern. You can kind of flatten them out with your hand if you want to, but it looks really cute. That's it. Make it as tall as you want. Mine was 44 inches long by 36 inches wide. Good size for a lap blanket or a baby blanket. But I did come back and do an edge with a crochet pom-pom just on these edges. And then at the top it will be these edges. I will make a few more rows myself, and I'll come back and show you how I did that if you want to make it. It's really cute. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I made the little pom-pom border. I want you to end up your last row on the right side. because we want to work on the wrong side. So your tail from your original chain is going to be on your left. So when we turn, don't chain yet. When we turn, it's going to be on the right. Now your blanket's going to be a lot bigger and be a little bit harder to find. I want that working yarn in the back. Okay, so let's do that border row. You don't have to. I switched over. This is a 6.5 millimeter hook. You can use any size you want. 6 would be fine. You don't have to switch to a smaller one. I just find it leaves a better finish. I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to go into the second chain. Yarn over. Go into that chain. Pull back. It's like we're making a double crochet, but we're not going to finish it. Go through 2 loops. There you go. Yarn over. Try filming yourself while you're and just looking at the screen while you're crocheting. Go into 2 loops. You have 3 loops on your hook now. Yarn over. Go into that chain that's the closest to your stitch. Pull through. Yarn over. Let's pull through those 2. You have 4 loops left. Let's pull through all of those. Pull through tight and into that first stitch there. Make a slip stitch and pull it tight. And that's going to be your little pom-pom. I'll fix that, just kind of mush it around after I do, generally after I do 4 single crochets, I go back and check it. 1, 2, we're back to our regular pattern. 3, 4. See, that's why I wanted this on the back side. It's a little bit open, but, and then on the front side it looks like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we're at our decrease. Just go ahead and decrease as normal. As I said, just a smaller hook kind of helps tighten everything up. And another 4. You're only going to make the pom-poms on the points. 3 and 4. So at the top, where normally you would go in with your 3 single crochet, we're going to go in with a slip stitch and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing into that second chain. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 of those loops. Yarn over, go in the next chain. It works best if you go in this front instead of the back. Pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now you have 3 loops. Yarn over, go into the chain that's closest to your stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through all 4, pull it tight. On that same stitch. And pull it through with a slip stitch, nice and tight. That's going to help pull that pom-pom together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're down to our decrease. So go in 1, skip 1, go in the next, yarn over, and pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're at the end of the row. We have an extra stitch because we did 2 single crochet at the end, at each beginning and each end. So we're going to make our last pom-pom, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, come into the chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, you have 3 loops, yarn over, go into that last chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops, pull through all 4, pull tight, go in that very same stitch with the slip stitch, and you're done. Just chain one there. I had already cut my yarn. Pull through. And all you have to do now is pinch them together and weave in. Okay, now we're going to do the border on the bottom. We're not going to do anything on the sides. This is the back of your pom-poms. So you want the back of your pom-poms on this side as well. So have your chain over here on your left, and we're going to start over here. You're going to have 5 stitches because remember you had 2 single crochets together at the beginning and the ending of the rows. So join however you want to join. You can just tie it on if you want to. I'm going to use a slip knot, pull it through, and do a little slip stitch there, and then I'll do my single crochet, and I'll work over the tail with the next few stitches. So that's 1. Remember, you're going to have 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now at the top here, which is actually the bottom from the front, that was your decrease. We're going to go into this stitch here with a slip stitch, and then we're going to make our chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, go into that second chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 3 loops left, yarn over, go into the chain that's closest to your stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, and now pull through all 4 and tighten that up, and then go into that same stitch with a slip stitch and tighten that up, and we'll come back and push that together later. So now we're going to have 4. There's your decrease, which actually was your increase on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does work out. Single crochet. 1, try getting your 2 loops there. 2, 3, and 4. Going to decrease, so go in here, skip, and go in here. Make sure you're grabbing both of those loops and pull through all 3 of those. And now we should have 4 single crochets going up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to work right into here. Slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And grab some more yarn. Obviously, your blanket's going to be much wider than this. A little sample going on. Come into the second, yarn over, pull through 2. Oops, I pulled through 3. Let me get that back. Yarn over, go into the next chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into that last chain, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4, pull it tight, go into that same stitch with a slip stitch. And our pom-poms, that's the back of our pom-pom. And when you're at the end, you're going to have 5 single crochet going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5 right there. Now mush them together. Just pinch on them. Make little balls. Okay, and you can cut your yarn, pull it through, tighten it up, weave those ends in. And that's how it's going to look. It's really cute. I like the way that finishes it off. So I hope you like that. Let me get the blanket. This one is going to my sister, whose favorite color is pink. She's going to design her living room around it. That's how they end up. So cute. Now you can see how the colors change. And they do not show up well on the camera. They're much prettier in person. Very pastel. They go from different shades of pink to blues to peaches and a little bit of cream. A little bit of gray. Grayish blue, I would say. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Love to get comments. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. I'll keep putting out more patterns as long as people want to see them. And remember, you can always find my free written patterns at www.I-crochet.com. I did just switch over to a much less expensive website that I'm doing myself. It's very, very basic, but it doesn't have any ads, and it has most of my patterns on there. If you find that one is missing, let me know, please, because I didn't save all of mine, so I might have to go back and rewrite them. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll have another one soon.